Psalm 54 is a plea for deliverance from enemies, attributed to David. The psalmist begins by calling upon God to save him by his name and to vindicate him by his might. He acknowledges God as his helper and sustainer, expressing confidence in his ability to deliver him from those who seek his life. The psalmist reflects on the actions of his enemies, describing them as strangers who rise up against him and seek his life. He pleads with God to hear his prayer and to grant him victory over his adversaries. Despite the threat of danger, the psalmist affirms his trust in God's faithfulness and promises to offer sacrifices and praise to him. In the midst of his distress, the psalmist expresses his confidence in God's deliverance. He affirms his belief that God will sustain him and grant him victory over his enemies. The psalmist resolves to continue trusting in God's unfailing love and to offer sacrifices of thanksgiving and praise to him. The psalm concludes with a declaration of praise and thanksgiving to God. The psalmist affirms his trust in God's deliverance and expresses his gratitude for his mercy and provision. He resolves to continue praising God and trusting in his unfailing love, confident that he will answer his prayers and grant him victory over his enemies. Psalm 54 serves as a reminder of the importance of trusting in God's protection and provision, inspiring readers to turn to him in times of trouble and to find strength and hope in his presence. Let's now read Psalms chapter 54. To the chief musician on Negioth, Maskil, a psalm of David, when the Ziphims came and said to Saul, "Doth not David hide himself with us? Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Hear my prayer, O God, give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul, they have not set God before them. Selah. Behold, God is mine helper, the Lord is with them that uphold my soul. He shall reward evil unto mine enemies, cut them off in thy truth. I will freely sacrifice unto thee, I will praise thy name, O Lord, for it is good. For he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and mine eye hath seen his desire upon mine enemies." This ends our reading of Psalms chapter 54.